Hi and welcome to this practice dedicated to sun salutations. Today I'm gonna take you through a progression that will help you build strength in the body as well as stretching, toning and massaging your muscles, joints and internal organs. Sun salutations are an awesome way to start the day, and today this practice is perfect even if you're a beginner. Since it's a progression, I'm gonna show you the easiest way at first, and then we'll go a little deeper into it. It's gonna be 3 rounds in total of classical sun salutation. So join me at the top of the mat with your feet together and hands in prayer position. Take a moment to feel the alignment of your body, starting from the feet all the way up to the crown of your head. Become aware of your breath, which is gonna guide you in today's practice. And relax your mind, allowing yourself to be in the present moment. Remember, this is not a race, so I invite you to practice with kindness and love towards your body and mind. Now, let's begin. As you inhale, lift your arms forward and up, following the hands with your gaze. Arch your back slightly, pushing the hips forward. Then exhale and fold forward, bringing the torso on your thighs. Here I have a nice bend in the knees, so that I can warm up safely without hurting my back. Ground your hands and step back with your right foot. Then bring the back knee on the floor. Now inhale, find length in your spine and lift your head up, coming up on your fingertips. Then exhale and release. Hands are coming back on the floor and we're stepping the left foot back. Here we're in a tabletop position. So again, find length in your spine and then release all the way down on the mat, keeping the core engaged. Now that you're here, point your toes, keep the hands where they are, just underneath the shoulders, and inhale, lift your chest off the floor into baby cobra. At the end of your inhalation, release down again on the mat. Now tuck your toes and press back into tabletop position, nice and strong in your arms and your core. Once you're here, lift your tailbone up into downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. So as you can see, my knees are nicely bent so that I can find more length in my back. Think about pressing the floor away with your hands so that you can activate your shoulders as well. Stay present with your breath. Then on your next inhalation, take a nice step forward with your right foot in between your hands. Here I'm showing you the beginner version, so I'm adjusting the foot placement with my hand. Then release the back knee down and again inhale, coming up on the fingertips and finding more length in the back, lifting the head up. Low lunge pose. Exhale, bring the hands flat on the floor and take a good step forward into forward fold position or Uttanasana. Again, my knees are bent, but I'm trying to find more length in my legs this time. Inhale, come all the way up, reaching the arms up. Arch your back slightly. Then exhale and bring the hands down at your heart. In our first position, Tadasana. We're going to repeat the same sequence to the other side. When you're ready, inhale and lift your arms forward and up. Follow the hands with your gaze, push the hips forward and arch your back. Then exhale and release forward in your Uttanasana, forward fold. Trying to find that connection between your belly and your thighs. Then step back with your left foot, nice big step back, and release the knee down on the floor. Inhale, come up on your fingertips, find length in your back, low lunge pose. Then exhale, bring the hands on the floor and step your right foot back so that you can come back into tabletop position. Take your time to get there. Now, strong in the core, we're releasing down to meet the floor. Once you're there, point your toes, keep the elbows tucked in, and inhale, arch your back, lifting up into your baby cobra. Exhale and release. Tuck your toes under. Feel the strength in your arms as you press up into tabletop position. Then peel your tailbone up, for a downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. As you can see, my knees are still bent, but I'm trying to find a bit more length into my legs without compromising the length of the spine. Take a big step forward with your left foot and adjust it with your hands if necessary. Then release the back knee down on the mat into your low lunge pose and inhale, find length in your back. Lift your head up, come up on your fingertips. Exhale, hands on the floor, and we're taking a good step forward for Uttanasana. Relax the head completely, feel that good stretch in your hamstrings. Then inhale, come all the way up to standing, arms reaching up, hips pushing forward. And exhale, bringing the hands down at your heart center. Back into our original position. This completes our first round. In the next 2 rounds, we're gonna go a little bit deeper, not just in our body, but also in our breath and mind. And again, I want to remind you that this is not a race, so if you need to slow down these movements, feel free to do that. When you're ready, let's begin our second round. So inhale, lift your arms up, arch your back, follow the hands with your gaze. See if you can go a little deeper this time. Exhale and fold forward, Uttanasana. Maybe your fingertips are on the floor, maybe the entire palm is on the floor. Relax the head completely and step back with your right foot. Lower the back knee down and inhale. This time we'll be bringing the hands on our thigh. See if you can find length in your back. Relax the back toes and reach up with the crown of your head. Deep breath in. When you're ready, exhale and bring the hands on the mat. Flat palm, tuck the back toes under, lift the back knee off the floor and step back into plank position this time. Hold it here for a moment, then release the knees on the floor. Again, strong in the core, we're gonna come down on our belly. The hands are already in the perfect spot for our back bend. So inhale and lift your chest off the mat. Maybe this time you can go a little deeper, extending the arms completely and eventually lifting the thighs off the floor. Upward facing dog. Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale and shift your weight back into downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. By this time my body feels a little bit longer already, so again I'm trying to stretch my legs a little bit more and also trying to melt the heels towards the floor without compromising the length of my back. Breathe and keep the shoulders open, keep pushing the floor away with your hands. I'm holding it here for an extra breath today. When you're ready, step forward with your right foot in between your hands and see if this time that foot can get there without using the hands. Release the back knee down, point your toes, and come up on your thigh for your low lunge pose, Anjaneyasana. Find your nice length with your back, reaching up with the crown of your head. Feel the hip flexor relaxing, and then exhale, bring the hands on the mat. Tuck the back toes under and give it a nice push forward for your forward fold position, Uttanasana. Relax the head completely. Try to stretch your legs a little bit more. Then inhale, come all the way up, reaching the hands towards the ceiling, arch your back. And exhale, coming back to your Tadasana, your initial pose. Now, let's repeat everything to the left side. So inhale, and again lift your arms up, push the hips forward and arch your back, maybe going a little bit deeper this time. Exhale and fold forward, trying to find a little bit more length, maybe even just 1 inch. Step back with your left foot, a nice big step back, and release the back knee down on the mat. Inhale and come up on your thigh with your hands, Find length in your back. Use the breath to expand and find space. Try to relax the hips, pushing them forward and down. Exhale, hands on the floor. And we're stepping back into plank pose, nice and strong in the core. This time we'll go a little bit extra, so we'll try to lower in plank position, so sort of like a push-up. Lower all the way on the ground. Release one foot at a time. Once you get there, inhale and lift your back up in Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, your upward facing dog. Exhale, transitioning back into downward facing dog. And once you're here, really use your breath to explore this position. Notice where you can go. Maybe your legs will be fully extended at this point. Maybe your heels are a bit closer to the ground. Inhale and step forward with your left foot. Relax the back knee on the ground and come up on your thigh with your hands for a low lunge pose, Anjaneyasana. Again, use the breath to explore, sink the hips forward and down. Then exhale and bring the hands on the mat. Step forward with the back foot so that you can come into your Uttanasana, forward fold position. Inhale, come all the way up. Push the hips forward, arch your back. Really open through your shoulders. Exhale, hands together at the heart for prayer position, Tadasana. This concludes our second round. So use this time to catch your breath, cool down the body, relax the mind, and maybe reconnect to an intention for this practice. Reconnect to the breath that is going to guide our last round. So when you're ready, inhale and lift your arms all the way up. Push the hips forward and arch your back. Exhale and fold forward, Uttanasana. This time see if your legs can find even more length. Step back with your right foot. Lower the back knee on the ground. And inhale, we'll come into this new version of Anjaneyasana. So we'll be lifting the arms all the way up. Look in between your hands. See if you can open the chest, adding a small back bend. Exhale at the end of your breath, hands on the mat. And let's step back into plank position, nice and strong in the core. Now we're gonna lower down knees, chest and chin at the same time. This is the hardest version. The hips are slightly lifted. Then push forward from your toes. Release all the way on the mat and arch your back on your next inhalation, upward facing dog. Open your chest, feel the breath full, then exhale, transition back into downward facing dog. Notice how this pose has changed and evolved during this practice today. Maybe it feels a little longer, a bit more accessible to you. And again, if you still need that good bend in the knees, by all means, go for it. Inhale and kick the right leg up with control. Try to keep the hips square, then step forward in between your hands. And again, you can use the hands to adjust the foot. Relax the back knee down, point your toes, and lift up into your good low lunge pose, Anjaneyasana. Opening the chest, opening the shoulders, the entire front of our body. Exhale, hands are coming on the mat, and we're taking a nice step forward into Uttanasana, forward fold. Relax the head completely. Then inhale, ride the breath all the way up, arch your back. And come back into your Tadasana, hands on the heart. Here we go, ready to complete this last cycle to the left side. Inhale and lift your arms up, push the hips forward, lift the sternum towards the ceiling. Then exhale, fold forward into Uttanasana once again. Relax the head completely and step back with your left foot. Release the knee on the mat. Inhale and find your version of low lunge pose. Maybe lifting your arms up. Maybe arching your back even deeper. Exhale, hands are coming down on the floor. We're tucking the back toes and setting up our plank position, stepping back with the right foot. Knees, chest and chin are coming down at the same time, so your hips are slightly lifted. Then push from your toes, push your body forward, inhale and arch your back into upward facing dog. Feel your legs engage, a lift from your sternum. Then exhale, shifting back into downward dog. This is the last downward facing dog of today, and maybe it feels completely different. When you're ready, lift the left leg all the way up towards the ceiling. Try to keep the hips square, find that good length in the body. Then exhale and take a giant step forward in between your hands. Release the back knee down, point your toes, and lift your arms towards the ceiling, arching the back slightly. Look up towards your hands, grow tall, then exhale and lower the hands down. Once there, tuck the back toes under and take a nice step forward for your last forward fold of today. Relax the head completely. Maybe your legs are a lot longer. Inhale, lift all the way up, arch your back, look in between your hands. Then exhale and come back with your hands at the heart into your standing pose, Tadasana. This completes our 3 rounds of sun salutation. Obviously, you can go for more if you have energy and time. As you can probably feel by now, sun salutation are an awesome way to stretch the body, to build strength in the body. And not only that, but they really set the foundation to build also a spiritual practice. To really feel the benefits of these sun salutations, I recommend coming back to this video a few different times. See how you feel, how the poses evolve, how your body transforms, and then you will really notice the difference. And I can tell you, I notice a huge difference in my life. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I really appreciate that. If you like this video, you can subscribe to my channel for more. You can like it, share it with your friends and family. And I hope to see you soon for another practice together. Namaste.